Oh my goodness, having so much difficulties getting on here. I was pressing all the wrong buttons. That's what I was doing. Buttons, buttons, pressing the wrong buttons. So today's my $10 for 10 minutes. And so I'm going to be doing that every Friday right now. And right now it's for the month of November. Might continue it on for December as well. And what I have noticed, I'm not sure if people are getting my notifications or not. I've talked to a few other um, spiritualists, and they've said that their numbers have gone down. So I don't know if that's accurate. Uh, Gaia TV. I don't know if you know what Gaia TV. It is a app you can get that plays a lot of different spiritual uh, movies and information and things like that. Has things on aliens to the Anunnaki to Reiki to all kinds of stuff on there. And their numbers are down right now. And they said they've had a lot of subscribers leaving Gaia TV. So it's interesting. I kind of knew this thing would happen because of the energies that are coming in, and people are going to religion. They're wanting, that they're wanting to have a structure. There's fear in and having a structure means that, even though it has the dogma and everything, but they want something that they can go connect with community. And where many of the places like, Gaia TV, it's like, well, where can I go connect with these people? Or it seems like everybody seems so out of reach. It's wonderful that you can go to markets and see, but it's like almost where people want that, I guess, that ritual of coming together, of really having a source of connection. And that's the really big part, is having a source of connection with others. And that's what religion has done, and that's how they got you hooked, right? It's like a source of connection, and having people to come together. And I feel like there's other ways, and I think that's where we have to start thinking out of the box on how we can all get connected in some way. I know I'm here uh, daily, try to be here daily, but I think sometimes people want more than just a video, right? They want to have a actual contact with people, and that's what religion wants to do. They want to bring you in. You have all of these functions that happen and things like that, and they're usually free. Now, when you look at a lot of the spiritualist community, when they have a function, they're not free, except for maybe markets and stuff. But if they're having a um, some big thing happening, you have to pay for it for the most part. Where a lot of functions and stuff that you go to, or family functions and stuff that you would have within a religious organization, generally they don't cost you money to go to. So that's the other part too. So the decline in spirituality, or people wanting to, we're going to be seeing that increasing especially as the war heightens and the energy of the war heightens. And it's, where Pluto is off of that 27 degrees and going in at 28 degrees. Well, that was the revolution. That was, the American Revolution. That was the fight for independence and the right to be able to practice what you want to practice, right? But you got to remember everything is kind of reversed right now. So the energies are reversed, and where people are wanting to come back to some kind of connection and having that connection, which is uh, important for a lot of people. For me, it's religion. It's the dogma. It's the idea that the guilt that is placed upon you if you don't do something at a certain time, if you don't do the repentance that you are told to do, then you're deemed um, as an evil or bad person. And I think that's really a huge, you know, piece where when people step into spirituality, yeah, there is a structure if you really want to get into it, like to bring in, I always stress meditation, prayer, to have a spiritual structure, to have a connection, because to have that connection is very important. Because when you have a connection to source or to God, to Jesus, to Allah, to Yahweh, to Jehovah, to Buddha, to whomever, you you need to have to build you have to build on that relationship. You have to build within it. And when you're told by a certain dogma that it has to be a certain way, plus the corruption, I mean, the corruption, I mean, the thing is that mm, the other part, everybody's infallible. Like everybody, or yeah, it's like the Pope is infallible, and it's like, no, he is. Right? Just because he wears a special hat doesn't make him any more special. But people, because of a belief system, put him up there, right? I mean, I remember going, through lockdown. Like he said, go and get the, what, and I'm like, really? If you were a man of faith, if you were like, well, I'm not saying he's not a man of faith, okay, if you are standing in a truth and a belief system and knowingness, why would you instruct something that is telling everybody that they can't even go into the churches? Like, it's just, it's so fucked up. And even as we're seeing things that's happening at this time, and we are on a brink of total disruption. I mean, we got the moon squaring the sun. We got there's a moon opposition with Pluto. And I mean, that's really, oppositions are difficult. There's a lot of oppositions that are up there in the heavens right now. And Venus, Venus, God bless Venus, she's trying, but she too has that opposition, right? She too is having a struggle with trying to do things or make things and create things and be there, and having the opposition with Jupiter, or with Saturn, and then Saturn stopping and going direct. So when Saturn stops on Saturday early in the morning, this is a big shift. This is a huge shift. This is where there is a where people are going to be feeling like right now there's kind of like a spiritual drought, I guess you'll say. And you're going to find with that, it's like a clutch change. Now, if anybody has driven a um, a clutch, a 4-speed or a 5-speed, if you've driven one and you feel like you push that clutch and you take your foot off the accelerator, put the push in the clutch, put it into next gear, and if you're, as you're accelerating, it's like you feel it. So there's going to be this acceleration of things. It's going to be abrupt. It's going to be disruptive, because here comes Saturn, the lord of time, the lord of karma, is going direct in Pisces. And as he's going direct in Pisces, and Pisces is the 12th sign ruled by Neptune. Neptune's there. This is about your your structure, your belief systems, how you are connecting and how you are utilizing those connections within your life and allowing yourself to come out and shine as a person, as a human being, a part of humanity. And we will be seeing so much being done in the name of whomever. And we've seen that in time immemorial. It's been there. But I think we're going to be feeling it more on our soil as well because there's going to be a lot of disruptions. And those disruptions are, where Pluto is the revolution. And as he's heading back to Aquarius, that's a revolution. That's a revolutionary energy. That's the energy that wants to make the change. That's the energy that wants to create something new, connect with connect with humanity. But if humanity's not connected, Pluto's going to raise it up, and he's going to raise up all of the issues that are why you are not connected, why you are not being that of who you are, and coming into that knowingness of who you are. So the frustration is there. And I think a lot of people are like tired. I know I am, tired of delivering the how do I say it? Delivering the message, but not in delivering the message. I feel like my message that I really want to come in with a lot of love and light and help to direct people to a better way of living. Yet the frustration of having it feels like, almost a broken record with the messages that are coming out and seeing the chaos that is unfolding before us in the world that we are that is happening. And I think that is the biggest frustration everybody's having, and a lot of people don't want to look at it. A lot of people, I'm just moving because I don't want to close my window because it's sunny, but a lot of people don't want to look at things, or they don't want to um they have their head in the sand. They're like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to know there's that. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But in order to make the change, in order to create the change, that's why I had the meditation the other day. And I'm still getting the people who join me. It's so wonderful because people who joined me that day are still telling me, it's like, oh my God, that was such a powerful meditation that we did. I can still feel it. I can still feel that energy that we have raised, and to come together and bless the world and bless us, and really feel that still within them. And I find that so remarkable and so beautiful, that energy still vibrating, because that's what the cone of power and raising the cone of power is that you're raising the energy, and you carry that energy through in whatever you do and however you do it, right? And shining your light in and around you. And the more we start to continue to raise our power, to raise our light, and I know because we are so dense, humans, human beings are this little meat sack that I'm in. It's very dense and a little bit wobbly at times and jiggly. Um, is a difficult to really bring in that light and bring in that truth, on a constant basis when you feel bombarded by so much negativity and evil that's out there. And I feel like this is where we really have to stand in that truth and not just run in a direction and say, we're doing this in the name of whatever, instead of saying, I'm doing this in the name of love, peace, joy, and trying to make the changes that we need. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't do the work that you need to do. Doesn't mean that you don't continue to create your abundance. Doesn't mean that you stop not caring or not paying attention. This is where you start doing those things even more because you need to, because what you are doing is not only for yourself, but you're going to find it's going to be for the community around you. and giving that help for those around you. So let me pull some cards and for the energies today. And yes, I'm putting out my Christmas decorations. I have them out. I have some of them out. Yes, and they're mainly, a lot of my decorations are teddy bears from Starbucks. Starbucks doesn't sell teddy bears anymore. And a lot of the different cups. They're doing keychains. I think the keychain thing is stupid personally, but and they even have their cups out. So quite impressed with it all. Makes me happy. So this weekend's my birthday. Anybody in the Calgary area, I am having a gathering here at my humble abode. Drinks and an appy. If you want to bring down some appies and a drink. I don't know how much I'm going to be drinking because I do have a sore tooth. Trust Pluto squaring my shit, right? So first of all, we get the death card. Death card, endings. So things are going to be ending. Things are going to be beginning. The death card's coming in. It is a Scorpio card. It is a card that's letting you know that a lot of what you are hanging on to and what you believe in is going away. And something new is coming in. And we're building that up, the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups comes in. We're building it. It's emotional and it's disruptive, but yet in building it, we are actually moving into a new direction. And with that new direction, ooh, we got the Lover card. So, I mean, the Lover card reversed, I mean, that's difficulties. So there's difficulties in what we are wanting to do. It's difficulties in what we want to let go of. And finding that love within ourselves and the love with others. I feel that there's a block within us that's there. And old belief systems can come up quite readily with this, right? So when the old belief systems start coming out, how am I honoring my own life path? Reversed asks us to think about our notions of love and how these have been satisfied with our life. It may be a good time to establish a sense of direction and priorities. So it's also saying we need to look at our priorities. Look at your priorities. Look at what's going on in your life. What direction do you want to set your life to? As we are going to start seeing things moving away. As something moves away, something else comes in. What do you want to fill? What do you want that to be? So allowing yourself to look at it and see what direction you want to go. Because you got to find that inspiration. You got to find that newness, that wonder that's going to help you to carry on, especially through these times and through this weekend. It's going to be pretty gnarly this weekend. I'm not going to lie. But we're going to stay strong, stay in our light, and stay in our love. So thank you all for joining me today. Have a blessed one, everyone. And may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all you do. Have a great one. And hopefully, if you're in the Calgary area, if you want to come, wish me a happy birthday, please do. Yeah, I love you all. Bye-bye.